We welcome you to the UFC Fight Night Moicano versus Duncan Post Show inside our studio here at the Meta Apex. What a performance by Renato Moicano, getting the rear naked choke finish in the second round. People doubted him, counted him out, said his time was up, and he put on a performance to show that he is still very much alive in the division here in the UFC. Welcome inside the studio alongside Alan Joban, Dean Thomas. I am John Schriffen. All right, very interesting card tonight because we talked about it in our pre-show, how many people did not know some of the names on this card, but some of the performances, people making a name for themselves tonight, Dean.
I loved it. I loved the entire card tonight. I thought that the young fighters that came out here did I put expectations on to say, listen, a lot of people don't know you, but I know the potential that you have to be a superstar. And they delivered. A lot of young fighters came out here tonight and absolutely delivered.
This is normally what we get, too, when you get a card that isn't the stars and the big names all over and people start kind of doubting it. Is this even a good card? And then they show up and deliver. From the first fight of the night, Kai Kamaka, Dakota Hope, these guys took this fight on like 6 days' notice, delivered an excellent fight. Two great new signings to the UFC, and it delivered throughout the entirety of the card.
All right, let's go back to the guys who called all the action octagon side. Dan, what a card here tonight in Vegas.
It always works out this way when these cards are overlooked. Like, oh, my God, this is a great night of fights. Renato Moicano certainly answered the bell, and surprise, surprise, he finishes another fight with a rear naked choke, Bisping.
Renato Moicano looked in rare form. He really did. He went out there against a very dangerous opponent and shut him down. We all spoke about how much we love Chris Duncan. He is a problem, but the big problem was for him tonight because Moicano picked him apart with the jab, the right hand. He checked the low kicks, threatened a couple of takedowns, and then 1, 2, 3. You don't need a takedown when you knock them down. Then he jumps on top, and then the moment he got under the neck, that was it. It was done. The squeeze must have been absolutely ridiculous for Chris Duncan to tap so quickly. And then on the microphone, just absolute, utter
chaos.
Just none of it made sense, okay? Because he was talking about his YouTube channel and all the rest of it. I thought he would have called someone out. It's great to have Renato Moicano back. He is a fan favorite. That was a stunning performance, and it's good to have him back.
Yeah, despite how he feels potentially about the fans, we're not really sure because he was effing them, then loving them.
Oh, yeah, the
back
fans.
cursing them out. But I agree that it's good to see somebody like Renato Moicano back in the win column. He's always brings the action. He always brings entertainment on the microphone afterwards. And he doesn't really seem to care who he's going to face next.
No.
It doesn't seem to matter. As a matter of fact, the easier, probably the better for Moicano.
Well, he's one of those guys that's, you know, he's very self-aware. He knows who he is. He knows what he's capable of. But he also knows he's not going to get a title fight anytime soon. So he's not going to waste his breath and giving her to somebody and calling them out and giving them some kind of credit. The man wants to make money, and he's going to do a great job of that if he continues to perform like that. And I understand what he's saying about the fans. They can be fickle. They can be fair weather. 1 minute they're all over you because he was on a 4-fight win streak, and then he loses in the fashion that he did to Islam Makhachev. But that's Islam Makhachev, and it happened on about a day's
notice.
And then he loses to Beneil Dariush, and then all of a sudden, everyone on Twitter, and you know who you are, you little negative thingy bobs, right? Because that's what they do. They get on there and they talk so much trash. And for fighters like Moicano that wear their heart on their sleeve, it's hard sometimes not to take it personal.
Thingy bobs.
Thingy bobs.
I like thingy bobs. I like
thingy bobs.
I like thingy bobs almost as much as I like Dean's shirt. Can we play some chess on your chest?
Oh, my
a little
word.
bit? You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna see you after the show.
No, you're not. Take it away, fellas.
Good stuff, Dan. Thingy bobs. We learned a new word.
He's been
here
hanging around
tonight.
Moicano. He had to watch what he was going to say.
One of the themes and the storylines coming in tonight that we were wondering about, and Alan, we talked about it as the fight was going on.
Yeah.
Both of these guys, teammates. They knew each other well. And Alan, you said it seemed like Moicano kind of knew what was coming tonight.
From the opening bell, it seemed like Moicano exactly knew what type of strikes, what type of game plan Chris Duncan was going to present come forward. Immediately popping the jab. He probably knew in training he was able to land that jab. Slight height advantage, slight reach advantage. And then the kicks, Chris Duncan was relying heavily on the kicks to try to slow down the movement of Moicano. Moicano was ready, checking the kicks right away, and then inevitable, if he's able to drop you. I talked about this in the pre-show. He doesn't necessarily have the knockout power, but he has the knock you down power, and that's what he cuts his teeth with to get the rear naked chokes, to get the TKO finishes on the ground.
Yeah, they definitely had Chris scouted out very heavily. He couldn't get off. He was swinging from too far away. He just couldn't get any type of offensive rhythm going. He wasn't able to crash in like I expected him to. He didn't have anything unexpected or unpredictable that he was able to offer. So they had him scouted out heavily, and Moicano did his thing. He big brothered him.
Yeah, he delivered.